I had to reboot my phone. And in that time, so far I've caught a small smallmouth and a 2 pound largemouth. Just a few minutes ago, actually. It was a beautiful, beautiful fight. Caught it on my BFS, and I had to really tire it out. What you gotta do on real light line. He fought. He took drag several times on me. I know. But I actually have it on video, so we'll post it later. Just so you know, it's not a fish story. It is a fish story. It's not quote unquote fish story. So I'm just using finesse popper. That's what I'm doing right now. And we're working my normal routine up the Aspen shoreline. We're going to cut across over the big bass area. Hopefully it's hitting today. And then we'll hit those lily pads over there too. I do have my medium heavy, so we can throw the good stuff. And we can do that. It's a beautiful morning. Campfire, smell. And their bacon and eggs. Make you hungry while you're fishing the shoreline here. Uh-oh. That's a backlash. I did loosen it up quite a bit, so. Got these new glasses, which are bifocals, sunglasses. So I have to get used to, doing the old man thing. I did loosen this up a little bit in order to get a better cast. So, we got the backlash out. No big deal, right? No big deal. Good morning, Robert. So, we are... Hey. This thing just turns off all by itself every once in a while. I don't understand why it's got a full battery. Me. Bunch of pool toys out here. A couple sea-doos, a boat, a trampoline, floaty trampoline thingy. I hate that. Kind of ruins the whole nature thing, Let's see if anything's hiding under the boats. Oh, one popped up there. Little guy. We had one blow up. Let's see if we can get something a little bigger than that guy. People put their inflatables out here and we fish. Hopefully they don't pop a hole in it. They really do not have the right of way, so if you're really mean, I'm not really mean. Not real. Just kind of mean. Oh, there we go. We got one. We got another one, guys. Oh, he did not blow up on it. He grabbed it from underneath. Oh, he's just a little guy, but why is he fighting so hard? I must have foul hooked him. Yeah, I must have foul hooked him. Usually when you foul hook, it has a much larger tension on it. weird. Oh yeah, he got the back hook, but the front hook got the side of him. So he's just sort of. So we got it. We got him on the front hook or the back hook, but then the front hook came around and got him, and that's why it fought like a foul hook, even though it's not. So I'll pull you out. There we go. Good boy. Good boy. Just stay there. The largemouth. Fought big because it was that side. It's the way he got that double hook in him. Yeah, just a little guy. Just a little guy. Always give him a kiss. Always give him a kiss. A lot of these guys go way out there. I guess they're shooting for trout. They're not going to catch bass out. Well, they might. They might. Oh, Allison and Pookie. I love Topwater. It's my favorite. So we're just using the small, right now, we're just using this small finesse popper that I painted. That's what we're using. So, and we're going to go with the 7.5-inch wake bait when we get to my other spot. So we're just going to. That one did not blow up on it. He grabbed it from underneath. And so I didn't know how big it was right at first. The way that second hook hit, it felt much bigger than that bass. And I'm using my BFS. This is a 6-pound fluorocarbon P-line tactical, my Aldebaran, and my trigger, 7.5-foot Cajun rod. That's what we're using right now. But yeah, the Topwater's the best because you get a show, usually. That one did not give me a show. Did give me a fight though. Just because of that second hook placement. They usually grab the front hook. They don't usually grab the back hook. Come over here to that little clump over there. And I'm at Lake of the Woods, Oregon, if you're wondering where I'm at. I want you guys to know, I know this looks big, but I have been losing a lot of weight lately. And I've lost 35 pounds. So, I know I'm big looking, but I'm a lot smaller than I was. And I got another 80 pounds to go. Another 80 pounds to go, guys. And to be honest, it's not a diet. It really isn't. My doctor suggested this program called Wellness. And basically all they do is educate you by food, biology, stuff like that. And when I pick food now, I'm just a heck of a lot smarter about it. I know what the food does to me. And so I still eat what I want. I'm just smarter about it. That's all. I mean, I don't eat hamburgers much anymore, and fries. So fast food's almost gone. Who can afford fast food anymore? Okay, we are almost done with this run on this shoreline. We're going to go over to this point here, and then we're going to start making our way across. Might just troll a whopper plopper across the lake to that heavy spot. You got to watch out for the raptors, the bald eagles, the ospreys. When I start throwing that 7.5-inch wake bait, that jointed wake bait, they love to dive down on it. And you got to really, well, you got to have one eye up, one eye down, because those guys, they'll hit it. They think it's a fish dying on the water. Easy, easy breakfast. So, coming over to this area here. This is actually a pretty decent area typically. There's a few little cubbies underneath here, you know, little holes, and the fish like to hide out in them and ambush their prey. And this is largemouth mostly over here. I've only caught one smallie. I'm surprised actually. I usually catch a lot more than that. Those are largemouths I caught. Get my bait up in a tree there. Shoot an angle there. Oh, there was a little pop-up, a little blow-up, little baby bass, baby bass. We got a lot of vegetation over here, so we got a lot of largemouths right here. Little ones. I've got a 2-pounder over here once. You had a lot of half-pounders over here. Tons of perch over here too. I'm not gonna hit my topwater. You know, when you're using a popper, it's important to do pauses on it. And sometimes when you just pause long enough and take a drink of coffee, that's when you get it. You hear this big splash and you miss the show. Oh, well, what can you do? Murphy's Law, right? All right, we're going to switch over to my whopper plopper and just troll it over to my other spot. Do a real slow troll. So we're going to do a real slow troll. So we're going to get you. We're stuck. Let's take a look. So this is another whopper plopper, or bait I paint. I paint almost every bait that I fish with, I've created. So now this is my medium action. So we're going to turn off my camera. And then we're going to head straight out from this point. This is kind of my routine here. Let's see what you guys are saying while we're... This is where I get a big hit, big blow up, right? bullet style walk. Oh yeah, I like spooks too. But I'll never get skunked with that thing. Here in North Carolina, what is your bait today? Well, my bait was a small popper, and now we are working with it's about a 75 millimeter whopper plopper, again that I painted, showed you. But what we're going to switch to, okay, put that in there while we're trolling. We can set the other one up. This is my best bait. So, if you guys see it, you're going to think, Mike, what in the world do you catch with that? I mean, you catch big bass with this. Okay, this is it. Another one I painted. 7.5-inch wake bait. And we're just going to throw that thing behind us here. We're going to set this rod up. We're going to set this rod up. Probably get a blow up any second because that's the way Murphy's Law works. This is another bait that I painted and molded. I molded and painted this. It's a 6-inch G6 and painted in a trout, rainbow trout design. Again, just about every bait I paint with or I fish with is one I created. So this one is a miracle bait. Okay. I know I say that a lot, but you guys saw me last week say that in 5 seconds after it hit the water, it caught a 2.5-pound bass. So saw that last week, something like that. I forget. So we're just going to sort of zigzag. Looks like I'm doing. See what I was doing. And you got to watch out for when you're trolling a wake bait or a bait, surface bait. Watch out for those birds. Bald eagles and ospreys. I love this stuff. So we're heading up to an area that high vegetation. It's about 6 feet of vegetation, and it's offshore. And well, there's big bass there. This is, and it's one of my favorite spots. We were hugging the shoreline on that side because of the smallies. The smallies like to hug the shoreline. Now we're going for largemouth, big largemouth. So we're just trolling this bait right here because it's 75 millimeters, but because it's fat, you can pick up a 2-pounder pretty easily. That small little popper did get a 2-pounder earlier. I did get it on camera. It was before I started broadcasting. So, but this is my boat. Let's see my little boat, and it's a Sea Eagle Fold Cat. It's an inflatable pontoon. I like using, like I said, my baits, all my baits. So I used to kayak fish, but a couple of years ago, I almost died in my kayak. So my son's got my kayak. Beautiful Moken, 12.5 Feelfree Moken. Fully fitted, including stand-up bar and fish finder and everything. It's a great boat. I just lost trust in kayaks after I was 10 minutes from death. I flipped it in this lake actually just after the thaw, this lake freezes over. And it was about 3 weeks after the thaw, I went out, and it was pretty bad weather. But I went out anyway because, you know, I drove here. And I flipped it. And water was 39 degrees. And there was nobody in it. Nobody could come out and get me. Everybody saw me. Nobody had anything. 4 feet of snow on the ground. No boats, no marina, nothing. They finally found a half hour at me in the water. Hypothermia set in pretty hard. And they found a kayak under the snow and paddled out and roped me and dragged me to shore. So I was in the water for 40 minutes. And then they flew me into town and warmed me up. And I will tell you that hypothermia is a pretty peaceful way to go. I mean, your body just starts to slow down, shut down, everything's numb. I know it sounds morbid, but it is. I didn't want to drown. I had my PFD on. But I didn't want to drown because drowning's it just doesn't sound good. So I just held on to my upside down kayak until it was going to freeze to death if nobody came out to get me. All right, we are about 100 yards from the spot. It wouldn't surprise me if we get a blow up about right now on that. Again, this is my Loomis Edge EFX Pro rod. Good rod. Good rod. Lousy company. I don't recommend buying a Gary Loomis Edge. Not if you want it this year. We had terrible customers. Terrible. In fact, I actually ordered the EFX. But because it was taking months, I called them up many times and said, well, I think we have an EFX Pro, you could buy that. You know, so I got the Pro for the $50. Best company to buy from is Kayak. That's what the rest of these rods are. These are all Kayak. They are the better company. And still handmade. Still American made, handmade. They don't buy their blanks from somebody else. They make their blanks. Roll carbon fiber out and they make their own. Please, Lando. Please. On the fish finder. I have a Garmin 7 side view CD, so and we're just starting to come up to the vegetation now. So this particular rod's got 12-pound P-line tactical fluorocarbon on it. Okay, we are in my spot. We're just going to reel this in real slow. We just want that whopper plopper to do its little popping, plopping. It's plopping or whoppering. Is it whoppering or ploppering? I think it plops and then it whoppers. I'm not exactly sure how that works. Oh! Dang it. Pulled it out of its mouth. Let's try it again. He blew up on it. break out the big boy. Let's break out the big boy. You guys probably think this is a funny bait because I will tell you, big baits catch big fish, but it also can attract wrestlers. And I am a responsible fisherman. And we are offshore line about 18 miles, not very far. And in this one, I use a 30-pound Power Pro braid. No leader. Don't need a leader on this because the line's not even in the water. It's got the perfect swim to it. Beautiful wake. Just a great looking bait. I have this also. I painted one in pearl. I bought 3 more blanks. They just arrived. So I'm going to paint a few more. One in a rainbow trout. One in a brown trout. And you don't reel this in real fast either. You just let it swim. Let it swim. Maybe I should position the camera so you can at least see it. Whoa. Stick it in my groin. I can't see anything now. So now you guys are looking out where I'm casting. Woo, that wasn't a very long cast. It went high though. If we get a blow up on this, these are big. This bait is 2 pound on up, typically. I mean, once in a while I get a fish that's smaller than the bait. It is 7.5-inch bait. The bait weighs 1.5 ounces, so you need a heavier rod, heavier line. It is a beautiful swimming bait, though. A little heavy for this rod. My heavy rod's being made. It's a beautiful lake, guys. This is a good temperature morning. It feels good. Water's nice and warm. It's funny when you get the fish out of the water, they're nice and warm. It's like they're half cooked. I'm doing a little popping on it. Little twitches. Play with the presentation a little bit. Do straight retrieve, twitches, try some pauses. And just see what the fish wants. We do a full 360 here and run the clock. So you cast it 12 o'clock, 3 o'clock, 6 o'clock, 9 o'clock, etc., etc., etc. And then you play with the presentation a little bit. You work the entire radius. Before we move to the next spot, which won't be very far. Fishing's a very methodical sport, you know. Because fish, well, they're finicky sometimes. They want it a certain way. It's their way or no way. Sometimes they chase it to the boat and it'll blow up right in front of me. It scares the crap out of me. I set the hook out of pure fear. There's lily pads not too far from here we're going to work too. So, lily pads over here can be great or zip. Just like any place. This is the same way. We're going to move the boat just a little bit, about 30, 40 yards. Tons of vegetation. I mean, this vegetation is 6 feet or so tall under here. Now we could go with the swim bait underneath. One of mine. We just love a good show, though. That mountain is Mount McLaughlin. It's kind of a centerpiece. I got Mount Brown to the left. Both of them are volcanoes. I live sort of in the ring of fire. All right. ago we had one in a few minutes, but I broke my rod. Or actually a few seconds. I'm not breaking a rod today. That's why they got to make me a new one. If they jump up right there, it's going to freak me out. All right, we're going to switch this over to one of my swim baits. These glasses aren't too bad. I just got to get used to them. I call this my, it's sort of a, it's kind of like a spawning coat, but I call it my varicose vein one. Because I put blood veins on it. So this is the one I'm going to throw. And I skin hook it so I can just toss it in the all that forest down there, and I don't have to worry about it. And it's about a 1 ounce total weight. And it's a slow sink, so I'm just gonna let it sink. And it works really good on a very slow retrieve, this bait. If you guys ever want me to make one, just send me an email. Tell me what you want, what colors, what patterns. I've got a lot of fish with this bait, or with these baits. It really is a beautiful bait in the water. It really is. Little guy just popped up right there. This time of morning, the baby bass will start hitting the surface. So you'll start seeing topwater pops, you know. There's just little baby bass. Our spawn is very late here in Oregon. We just had it about a month ago. It's not like Florida. Oh, little guy tried to get it. A little guy tried to get it. By the way, it's an 8/0 hook. Boy Scout camp. Baby bass can't get his mouth around an 8/0 hook. I also make a 3 1/4 inch swim bait. It's really good too. I put a 3/0 hook on that one. Let's turn this a little bit. I want to work this clock. at least the kids are having fun. Probably not, it's not called a Boy Scout camp anymore. I forgot what they renamed it. Because Boy Scouts aren't Boy Scouts. Scouting America or something like that. Oh, something was biting it. It felt like a perch, but why would a perch fight this thing? I think these fish are just too small for this bait. I'm going to play with the presentation just a little bit here. I'm going to do some pausing on it. This is what I call my sawtooth retrieve. Pull it up, let it drop. Pull it up, let it drop, because it looks like a sawtooth, right? That's what I got, sawtooth. And call it my sawtooth retrieve. Man, that tail is just beautiful. That paddle tail, just, it's a great bait. It really is a very good bait. No perch can get his mouth 8-aught hook. Not a panfish bait. A lot of crappie out here too. Crappie's fun to fish for. Today our target's bass though. Some days I go crappie fishing out here. That's a lot of fun. You'll see big schools of baby bass too. I'm going to try a little faster retrieve so we can't get a good reaction strike on it. We're almost done with the radius. That was a bit fast. To a different radius. We're just going to sort of, move ourselves over closer and closer to the lily pads. When we get to the lily pads, we'll switch out. And my favorite hollow bodies that I fish with are called toad thumper. Toad thumpers have really probably the best hookup ratio I've ever seen in a hollow body. And if you've ever fished lily pads, you know hookup ratio. It's all about that, man. Because lily pads is the hardest form of bass fishing, but one of the most enjoyable. But it is definitely the hardest. And it's not because you don't get blow-ups. You get blow-ups. The trick is hooking them up. Now I can use this bait in the lily pads, and I've done that. I've caught bass with this bait on the lily pads, and the nice thing is, you can have it drop in between the holes, the gaps, and that is a lot of fun. It'll start to swim down, and then bam, bass will hit it. My 3 1/4 inch works really, really good too that way. We're losing our vegetation here. The forest did not produce like it has in the past. Basically trolling that big old swim. We're going to head over to the lily pads now. We're going to try some lily pad fishing. I'm going to turn my camera back on. Get some nice footage of blow up too. So I've only caught 1 smallmouth, 2 largemouths, and one of those 2 largemouths was a 2-pounder. So it was a good size. That one had size too. And I'll show you the toad thumpers and why they work better than all the others. One is the plastic. We've got another little forest. Oh, there we go. Oh, I missed him. Dang it. It's a good bite. Come back to me. Come back to me. Dang it. You must have got the tail. You did not get the hook. Bass largemouth bass love force. Like little ambush predators they are. This is a owner beast hook on this bait. It's a really sharp hook. So when they get the hook, you get the fish. Beautiful bait though. I painted I did a skin pour on it, and I put the veins on the skin pour, and then I poured the bait, and then I put more veins on the outside. So the veins are 3D. It actually has 2 layers of red veining on this bait. It's an expensive bait because it requires a lot of painting, a lot of time to get it right, a lot of heat when I actually pour this bait. It's really good bait though. I mean, let me show you. You can see the veining in it. It's actually 3D. There's a gap in between different veins, so it looks like looks like a spawning salmon. A lot of red, beautiful. And then the clear portion is actually opaline green pearlescent. Is the plastic, and then I paint it, and it just looks really, really cool. Looks really cool. See, right now, I got the bait right here. There's about 10 baby bass just looking at it. They're just all just sort of like, I'm not that hungry. I'm not hungry, but I can't eat it. There's just a bunch of baby bass right here. There's a bunch of them. Look at them all. You can always tell a baby bass because of the black tail on them. But there's got to be 10, 12 of them right here. They're all about 6 inches. This is an 8/0 hook. Remember, they can't eat this one. This hook is made for the big boys, not for those guys. Now, if I threw a smaller bait out there, I'd be getting all those baby bass. I mean, they are just darting around this thing. I mean, they really are. I mean, when I pull it in, there's a school of them just following this bait in. If you want to just put a fish in the boat, I can just toss out, the finesse popper. You definitely would catch those baby bass. As many as you would want. But look, I mean, they just literally think this is maybe food or something. All right, let's go over to let's go over to the lily pads. Unless we get something on the shore. We'll anchor over here too. I don't like my boat to give me the lily pads. Girl Scouts, or whatever they call them nowadays. Androgynous scouts. Good spot. Boy, we got a lot of greenery here, guys. This way. It's like I make my way over there and I look down and I go, oh, there's got to be a big one in there. With sunglasses on, I can't even see my screen. hit it. Where are you? You know there's bass in here. You know it. We're almost to the lily pads. God, I wonder how much summer camp costs nowadays. $10,000? They're actually holding a trial. They're holding a trial. There's a little kid over there. I'm guilty of it all. I'm going to toss the swim bait into that lily pads to see what happens. They're holding a trial. Let's put a frog on it. I love these frogs. Yeah, they make popping and walking. We're going to do a walking frog. This is silver and black. And they mold their hooks into their bodies. And they really are cleverly designed. And what they're doing. Oh, get this camera on. They really are having a trial. This is like a yes or no type of lily pad area. Sometimes it blows up pretty good, and sometimes, most of the time actually. I blew up my reel. Somebody got punished. Sentenced, I should say.
There was scuba gear. You got away. There was scuba gear. He's gone. Well, from side there's nothing to see here.
Let's try that by that tree. I haven't seen a single blow up already. It's important if you do get a blow up, which it doesn't look like I'm going to, you don't set the hook right away. You gotta let the fish dive with it in order to get the hook to set right. It's what makes lily pad fishing the hardest form of fishing. You gotta fight the instinct to set the hook. Baby dance. Feels like that caught himself a baby dance. I haven't seen a single blow up over here yet. And if they're gonna blow up, I would have seen one by now. Breakfast, that sounds good. I don't eat breakfast. Coffee, that's my breakfast. Come on, baby, something. right. Yeah. These lily pads are a bust. Okay. Lily pads. Should have got something. Should have at least seen something. Somebody said they like spooks. My favorite spook happens to be one I didn't paint. This is a Black Magic 6 cent spook. And we're going to go back out here. We're going to run the spook out there. Now, this is a very hard bait on this rod to work because it's an extra fast rod. And if you guys have ever fished an extra fast rod, you will know the action. It's mostly backbone. And it's heavy, so my risk can only take a little while with doing a spook on this one. The one I broke, it's much better action. But I broke it. All right, we're going to come off here. There's a garden here, a garden there. And we're going to throw the spook. Here. This spook actually walks really well. Never underestimate a black bait. I even painted a black swim bait. Never, ever underestimate black. Black is a great bait color. Little boy on the boat wants to play too. This rod's heavy, so it's not the best spook bait rod. A lot of baby bass out here. They're just breaking surface. This thing walks beautifully. I hate spam. I am expecting one phone call from my contractor that did the remodel. I need to complain. I paid him, but he had some audacity on that bill. All these bass fishermen out here. Come on. It's always the east side that actually does better for me. Although I'll catch bigger ones on the west side. There's just not as many. You guys know with sunglasses on, I can't see anything on that thing. have to have them on to read you. I don't think I know any of those guys in those boats. Okay. I think I've got my next spot. Come on, babies. Something jump up. That's not walking right. Oh! I was pulling it in, and a blow up right there. Now it's walking right. It just needed somebody to untangle it. That's so funny. It was probably a little quarter pounder. Trying to hit it. This is a big spook. This is a big one. Nice thing about spooks and limpless, man, they cast a mile. They're just more aerodynamic. This does wear down my arm, my wrist on this rod. We'll probably go with a lighter rod. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to give my wrist a break. It's a heavy rod. And there it is. Another whopper plopper, I believe it's a bleeding trout. So that's it. And while I fit this, we'll read what I've been missing with you guys. So I apologize about not looking at my messages very well. Right here. Okay. Okay. Hey, have you caught anything? Yes, I have 3. 1 of size. It's held for review. Oh, I don't know what that. Hi. Yeah. Hey, guys. I don't know what that one is. Okay. I can barely read what you guys are saying because I got these bifocal sunglasses, so they're polarized. So it's hard to see the screen, but they're bifocals, so I don't have to switch glasses all the time. And that's really nice. very light whopper plopper, even though it's bigger. It'll attract. Hopefully we'll catch some decent sized fish on my VFS. It's always fun. That's what we did earlier. What I did earlier. Did get it on video, so. Just run this thing up on top. Whopper plopper is one of the easiest baits to work. This is a 90, so should be able to track something. A little guy jumped up on it. You guys. There's a ton of baby over here. Kids are in having breakfast. Oh, there we. Oh, we got a little guy. Little guy hit it. Oh no, I lost him. He fell off. Need to find my gardens, dude. Nice thing about going with light tackle. Everything's gonna feel big. Everything feels big. the Aldebaran that I'm fishing with, it's a 9-to-1 gear ratio. Actually, it's 8.9. It's good as 9-to-1. So you see me reeling, it'll really slow it. Actually, it's got decent speed. Oh, there we go. It's a baby. Just a baby bass. About the same length as my lure. He's going to be food for another fish, more than likely, in his life before he gets grown up. So, woohoo! It looks really big that way. Little dink. Call those dinks. Such a pretty day, guys. I don't know what it's like where you guys are. I'll tell you, Saturday when that kid tried to assassinate Trump, it flashbacked me to Reagan. When I was in college, or high school, when Reagan was the senior in high school. And boy, I can remember that so clearly. Boy, my heart stopped when that happened. It just was something else. I'll tell you, Trump's the toughest guy I ever seen. Mentally tough, and now physically tough. And gets shot through the ear, and how lucky is that? And stands up and fist pumps everybody. It's like, dang. I would have stayed down. Milked it. I would have milked it. Honey, I've been shot. What do you want, honey? I don't know, steak, lobster, guided fishing trip in Florida, yeah. I'd have milked it. That's bad, isn't it? Yeah. Dude, there's wisdom to that. You don't need to be tough. You just get what you want. I'll tell you, a lot of people became Trump fans after that. Elon Musk, Ackerman, and billionaires. Poor Biden doesn't even know where he's at. I got something. I think it's just grass. told you it was really tall grass here. My whopper plopper stopped whoppering. Water is over 72 degrees. Last time I was out at 70, it got up to 75 degrees. This water, the surface temp gets crazy. For a lake that freezes in the winter, it's a bath in the summer. Oh, there's a little pop-up. It'll blow up. The baby bass trying to get it. And we're going to have to go over the logs. Let's see. That 2-pounder I caught earlier was under a log, so maybe that was a good indicator. We'll go to the down trees. Work the trees. Nothing's hitting out here, so let's go to the trees. I think that was a good indicator. I just think trees. About 100 feet. A lot of down trees and vegetation. So let's see if my first catch is a good indicator of what my second big size one is going to be like. guys? Wondering if that was you. Let's go say hi to my bugs. Mike working his jerk baits. He loves his jerk baits. Yep. What's your guy's biggest today?
You got a 3-pounder and a 2-pounder.
2 pounds my biggest so far.
What, a buzzbait or a
Whopper
whopper flopper?
plopper.
You've been hammering on them on a little 90s size.
Yeah, that's what this is. I've never caught anything with the buzz bait, so I don't use them. I'm a firm believer if you say come on enough, it'll work eventually. Say, come on. thought there was a fish and there isn't. Thought I had some. We are working the shoreline instead of the grass. That's what we're doing. Down this tree line. Nope. Bunch of babies. A bunch of babies followed it. That's what the little blow up was.
Look at it.
Ton of them over here.
Look at it.
Yeah, there's so many over here. Just little guys. And they're just swarming underneath me. Really hoping a mama or papa will be near us. Let's try a walking bait. Let's try the black magic. missed my cast. Let's try this trick again. Really? These guys. Okay, I'm gonna fish right in front of them, and they don't. They're idiots. These stupid guys. Whole lake, and they picking my spot. Picking cast. Yeah, that's what happens. He has no idea that whatever he threw, he's going to lose. It's Topwater, buddy. It's not. He just loses bait. This is the trick about knowing your lake. You know your lake. Okay, it didn't work. lost his bait. Throw sinking bait in a bunch of wood. Yeah, unless you've skin hooked it or something and you know how to fish it. You're not. I don't know. Get your bait back. Not gonna get your bait back. Maybe I should go back to my swim bait. Got good vegetation. I can bounce it off of the rock, or the logs. That's what we'll do. Go back to my swim bait. I can see with my sunglasses. So Lynn, I made a black swim bait. There you go. All black. Yeah. I made a black one. Because Lynn said, Mike, make a black one. So, I made a black one. Yep.
Mike, do you use photographs in your web work?
Photographs?
Yeah.
Videos? Why?
Had a 15-year-old catch a 5-pounder the other day. And I took a picture of him. It turned out to be a really nice picture. Can you use stuff like that?
Yeah. I'll throw it on my webpage.
He's catching all the fish. This is my third time out. The biggest bass I've caught now is maybe a 1/4 pound. He's caught it thick.
Let me give you my phone number.
It's getting ridiculous.
Well, I was out the other day and this kid said he caught a 7-pounder. So I gave him and he said, and his mom said they weighed it. And so I gave him one of my best baits as a prize. I mean, a 7-pounder beats my personal best, so he deserved my best bait. Look at you, fancy
I
old.
got 269-6656.
Yep, that's me.
That yourself?
That's me. That's myself. Fancy old boat. It's got a fancy old boat, you know, with a motor that.
What I like about it is the spot lock on it.
I know. I wish I had a spot rod.
Well, if I had
So
your money,
expensive.
I'd buy one.
It's so expensive. I mean, a spot lock is, it's like $2,000, $1,500. I just paid $17,000 for a bathroom.
Or what?
Remodeled my bathroom.
Oh, bathroom.
Yeah. Sent off his last check yesterday. They didn't even do a great job. Didn't even finish it. I had to finish it. I'm a little pissed. So.
Why did you send them all the money? Nice guy.
Yeah, I'm a nice guy.
Me too.
I'm a nice guy. You know, that was the agreed upon, but you know, I got a shower. What can I do? So here's this black bait. Look at that. Black, because Lynn said, Mike, I bet if you make a black bait, it would do really good in this lake.
Have you tried it yet?
Huh?
Have you tried it yet?
It's in the water now.
They've been doing pretty good down at the other end of the lake.
Yeah. You know, the grass line two's done very well for me over at Sunset. And I was getting good blow-ups on the rainbow lily pads the other day. Caught about 6, usually about 1 or 2 pounders over at the...
We tried it down there and had a couple of blow-ups on it, and that was about it.
No biggies down there, huh? Wow. I was down there and I saw about 4 2 or 3 pounders in the water. They weren't going for me, but I saw them. They were right there. It was really frustrating when you can see the fish and you can't catch them. So,
Yeah, that should show up in a second.
all right.
Yeah, it's his personal best.
That would have been mine. Mine's 4 pounds.
Yeah.
I caught a lot under 4 pounds, but I ain't got nothing over.
Threw a stick bait out, twitched it one time, and then rolled out of the water.
Oh, really? The water's nice and warm, so it's like,
Yeah, we've
The-
seen it roll up to 75.
yeah, I got that. I got 75 on Friday.
Did you see the algae bloom? Yeah, an algae bloom.
Really?
Yeah, down at the other end of the lake.
Oh, I didn't get to the other end, so. Yeah. It does look good.
Water floppers down there, man, have been killing
It does look good, the black bait. You know, look at it. Looks really good.
That was really good.
Yeah, it does look real good. So,
Put that on a black swim jig. A little sparkle on it. Maybe I'll hammer the crap out of that.
well, I give it a sort of a silver belly, just sort of give it a little bit of a contrast.
You got a paddle tail?
Yeah, it's one of those ones I mold.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've been doing pretty good with them. Yeah, I actually been doing. And then, did you see my 3-inch one? This is my 3-inch one, 3 1/4 inch. It's got a 3/0 Gamakatsu on it.
Good looking little bait.
You know what? I've caught a lot of fish with it too.
Are you just fishing them naked?
Huh?
You fishing them like that just a weighted?
Yeah. Why?
I can't buy a fucking fish on a paddle tail.
Oh, really?
I'm not kidding. I got boatloads of them here, and I can't catch a fish on them. Or I just caught one on a paddle tail on a swim jig.
I saw that one you had just now.
Oh, right here.
Yeah. You put a trailer on it? Yeah, you did.
Yeah,
Yeah, that'll work.
perch lookalike. Perch
Yeah.
first time
Whenever I throw my perch swim jig or a swim bait,
Yeah,
a bunch of perch follow it.
yeah.
Yeah.
I think they just think it's a papa,
Yeah.
you know, and they just,
Ballistic is all get out.
but yeah, this,
Yeah, just right behind you there. I cast across that down tree that's laid across there.
I love that tree.
And I don't know, 12-incher just grabbed it. First time I caught one on there. Maybe I can catch it and get it off right at the boat.
Eh,
Guess I need to.
you know, I forget I got bifocals on now.
Guess I need to start throwing paddle tails more.
We'll try this swim jig. Yeah, we'll use my bifocals.
Nice color on that big paddle tail.
I'm going to try this small paddle tail. This thing is neat. I like it.
Couldn't hear you, Mike.
I like this bait. It's my little one.
What's the best color?
You know what? I have a white and black. That works really good. Yeah. Okay. There it is. Maybe we'll put him on if this doesn't work. It's got a little 3/0 hook on it. Seems to work best. I tried different size hooks to see which one allows the bait to work. There's a ton of baby bass on that long tree right now. It's like a whole school. Huh?
You got a bunch of swim baits in the store?
Yeah, I think they're sold out of these 3-inch ones. Switch to the white and black. Let's see. Bifocals. Look, I can see, and I just got to remember I've got them. All right. Go to the white and black. Get some out of here. Good vegetation out here. It's fishing near me, I'm fishing near him. Really slow retrieve on this. Oh. On my what? What's a Chad? Oh yeah. Yeah. Oh. I didn't give him a name. Yes, I have. I broke a rod last week, so the company's making me another rod. That's my heavy. And so I can't throw my Chad shad right now because I don't have a heavy rod.
I fished it when it was cold. I haven't fished it since it got warm.
Well, the nice thing, it's a slow sink, so you can work the top water column. I love the big jointed swim bait. I caught a 2.5 pounder on it last week. You know, the big 7.5 inch. Caught a 2.5 pounder on it last. That's what broke my rod. No, I broke it on the fish netting them. The tip broke off when I was netting them. So the company's making me another rod. Oh, a little headwind in that one. Twist. Spot lock would be great. Spot lock would be awesome. I guess that would be the only thing I would add to my boat. Spot lock. Have to have a 24-volt system for it, though. That would give me too much weight, I think. I'd like to have a second person on it. You know, I've had so much more success on the east side than the west side. I don't know why. Yeah, what a line twist. It is 12-pound fluoro, so it's got memory. I found out yesterday that my radio show is #1 on the radio station. How funny is that? Let's see what a black bait does. Bass out here. Good vegetation. You got a big one, Mike?
Yeah. Wait a minute.
It's a snake.
That's the biggest one today.
I think over to the other side. Let this sink. We're going to go to the other side. Doing better there. make good baits. Make more, but I don't want it. Because of that reason. Mama. Let that sink. This is one of my dancing bones on a punching jig. Just 'cause I feel like it. One ounce punching jig. So it should drop pretty good. Skin hooked it, weedless. See what happens. Brown trout. Rock coffee. Well, let's see what you guys are saying. I was talking to Mike and Lynn. Looks like Lake of the Woods, Oregon. It is. I got a 2-pound largemouth. That's as good as I. Oh, everybody wishes they were. It was really nice. So yeah, this is Lake of the Woods, Oregon. Really nice lake. Pretty lake. See, there's where is it? Yeah, that peak back there is Mount McLaughlin. That's Mount Brown. Those are volcanoes. There's a natural lake fed by cold water springs underneath, 3 of them. And it does freeze over 99 times out of 100, all the way across in the winter. Water temperature, like Friday it was up to 75. It's 72, almost 73 degrees right now. So good topwater temp, and that's what I've been catching them on, is topwater fishing. So I'm staying in the northern part of the lake. It's actually done pretty good for me, but today not. We went to my favorite spot for big bass and didn't hit. We're going to go over to Rainbow Bay. We'll catch some fish over there. But I want to make my way over to the lily pads over there. They've been blowing up pretty good. So we'll do some lily pad fishing over in Rainbow Bay. Oh yeah, it is. This is probably the best fishing hole we've got here. My city's 30 minutes away, so it's like same distance as I live in Klamath Falls, so it is so much. I mean, this is such a beautiful lake. I mean, when you look at this lake, I mean, look at it. I mean, this is a beautiful Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful lake. Good campgrounds, good resort, good food. Really nice lake. So, there we go. Now we're still 50 feet of water here, so we haven't made it to the drop off yet. A lot of trout, all farmed, all stocked trout. I'll put you guys back in the holder. Should be coming to the drop off here pretty soon. And there's some trout down there about 30, 40 feet. It's a good crappie lake, just not of size. Lots of crappie. So, lake porter waking. He's boarding the wake on his boat. So, 45 feet again. We did catch one smallmouth, small one though. Wasn't a dink, but wasn't of size, so sort of in between. Teenager. All right, here we come to the drop off. Bottom's starting to come up. Bottom's starting to come up. See that? Just come on up. Some trout right there, 20 feet. There's an 8/0 hook on this particular plunging jig, so. Oh, whoa. Oh, we had a hit. We had a hit. Okay, we're on top of the drop off right now. He had a hit on it. Dang it. I just don't think, if that was a trout or something, he couldn't get his mouth around to eat on it. Let's see. We're in 16, 17 feet of water. Let's see if my dancing bones is tore up. Probably grabbed it. They're great baits, they just don't last. Starting to get a little wind. Oh yeah, we still got it. We still got it. Expecting a phone call. This is when you catch something. No, that's something. This is when you catch something right here. Phone call, trolling, and you're talking. Murphy's Law. Got the phone in hand. Phone fish, phone fish. Toss the phone up front. Out in the back, very important. I probably won't call me because I want to keep on doing it. Give him $17,000. I deserve an audience. 9:30. Gosh. Right in the bottom. See if we can get it a little faster and get it up on the bottom a bit. That'll walk till it should be back up on us. School of crappie right there we just went over. Crappie like to bunch up and be suspended like that. Pretty shallow now, so we're going to go back to top water. Here comes Mike and Lynn. Looks like they're going to call in the morning. Yeah, it's 9:30. Call in the morning yet, man. He's coming over and said, bye-bye, hi-hi. Go off. No. I really should, though. I really should, because I like evening fishing.
Mike and I are both tied up for the next few days in the morning, so we're thinking of coming out in the evening. Just fish the last 2-3 hours.
Yeah.
You know, the shade over there along the west side.
Oh, yeah. I think the evening hits would be big.
Yeah.
They usually are. You usually catch the big ones at night. I think after the babies go to bed. You ever try my my dancing bones?
No, I haven't. But you showed that to me. That thing looks like it's got a hell of a lot of action.
It's nothing but. It's nothing but. I mean,
Tell us all the good news you caught with it.
huh?
Tell us about all the fish you've caught now.
Well, this is a punching jig. I trolled it over because it's 1 ounce. Figured it'd go deep, and it did get one hit. I didn't get him in the boat. But it's nothing but action.
Well, it's probably better action than any creature bait I've seen.
I've never seen one better.
Yeah.
So I bought the mold and started making them, and that's a sort of like a June bug with red and blue flakes, and it does pretty good. And I put it on that bluegill punching jig, and it just looks real good. So, all right, 9:30. I always start there. I didn't get nothing. I get it. Watch, I'll give me a PB. Sometimes lures where fish they'll bite. So cast behind the boat. Yes, I do. That's like noise. You really do. This is one of the few lakes in Oregon. It's a fun lake to fish in. It's peaceful, quiet. Those two guys are pretty much exclusively small ones like that. something. Oh, another little blow up. Just a little guy though. He wasn't worth bringing in without my bait though. Go. Just enough to foul my bait. Oh shoot. I lost my bait, and I like that bait. Hey kids,
Hey, good morning.
good morning to you. All right, guys. In that session, sorry it wasn't momentous.